It's a new week, therefore we're making new money with this analysis right here. Welcome back, family. My name is Emmanuel Marka, the CEO of Prophetic Forex, and of course, as you know it, on this channel we teach you how to trade Nasdaq smart money way, news trading, fundamentals, trading psychology, and of course self-development. So if you're brand new and you're watching this for the very first time, make sure to subscribe. If this channel is for you, definitely it's for you. No doubt it's gonna grow you in your forex journey. And of course, today as you watching this video, what we're actually planning to do is we want to focus for the day more like intraday analysis. So if you're a beginner, intermediate, or advanced trader, we have everything for you here. I'm gonna take it step by step, break it down for you. Price action, I'm gonna break it down for you so that you can actually understand what is gonna happen in the markets. Also, it will be more profitable, or rather more edifying, for you to watch this video with a chart along your side, so that you see as I'm doing this, especially if you're a beginner, you imitate what I'm doing and definitely it's gonna work for you. So we're gonna jump into the chart right now, and I'm just gonna make sure that we make money, everybody is happy, we have a directive in what's gonna happen. God bless you. Okay, family, so we're on the markets right now and we're actually on the H1. As you can see, this just signals to me that we started a new week, and therefore I say we're making new money. But doesn't mean that the price action of last week or yesterday is irrelevant today. Whatever happens yesterday or last week will impact the movement of today's price action, or in fact this week's price action, and I want to break it down with you and how I do it. Okay, so the first thing, of course, I do take the high, a visible high that will be so visible even to a child. Okay, so if you're watching as a beginner, this should not be difficult. So you take the high, and of course you also take the low of the trend, and there you go. This is the whole trend. And why I do this, it breaks down the whole room for me. It kind of creates this room where I know the market has been moving within this range, and of course if it breaks the high or the low, then I'm sure that we're now creating new highs and we're looking for higher highs. But if we're still playing in, then it kind of gives me kind of a safe room vibes, you understand? So in this case, as you can see, that's what is actually happening. I took the high and the low. Now I want to go to the M5, and we want to actually just break down the structure. We can actually see that we are in a bearish market. In fact, I can put something for you here. It's called higher high and higher low. As you can see, this is showing me that we have higher highs, higher lows, and of course once the market broke that, created lower highs, lower lows, we are actually now in a downtrend. So this is called higher high, lower low strategy. You can put it on your chart. Okay, and of course now that we understand the structure of the market, that we have higher highs, higher lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, therefore now we want to validate and start plotting our bearings in terms of where's our supplies, visible supplies. And of course we can actually see, because we're in a downtrend, so because we're in a downtrend, we're looking for supplies. If we're in an uptrend, we're looking for demands. So in this case, we're looking for supplies. And of course, as you can see, before we can actually mark our supplies, we did have a fair value gap that was filled in. As you can see, the market did actually sell at that gap as the market was turning around. This was early hours. I don't trade early hours, I just trade within the London and the New York session. Simple, right? And as you can see, that sold. And as it sold, the last lower high over here, we do have a order block that happens. So an order block is a candle that will induce traders to think the market is going up, and of course it actually stops them out at the end of the day. So if you're trading this candle right here, let me just zoom in for you. If you're trading this candle, you're gonna think the market is going higher because it's probably you were still in an uptrend. You're gonna buy so hard the market stops you out. So that was smart money coming in, and we can see that it actually did kind of sell right there and mitigate it, but it didn't mitigate it all the way throughout, at least at 50%. Hence I'm actually just taking this order block right here, and I'm anticipating in terms of rather structure, but I want to go first before I come to my conclusion. I want to go to the M5 structure, because then that's when we can deal with a lot of validation right here. In terms of the trend is quite bearish, is quite clear. So we have a break of structure, as you can see. There we go, we have a break of structure. Before we can go into a break of structure, how do we know that a trend has been therefore validated? We have what we call a change of character. So we can just label it chalk, right? Change of character. So the first two letters, change of character. And therefore it's basically, most of the time, it's the last higher high. So if we can take that, the last higher low, I mean, this was the last higher low. There we go, that is our change of character. So I'm gonna take that. So if you're a beginner and you're watching this and smart money confuses you, use that indicator. Okay, you take that, you put it here, and of course that marks your change of character. As you can see, the market broke, and of course if we can go to the M5 or M15, we can see that was the last higher low. That means that the market now was officially turning around for us as the last higher low. Now, having the last higher low, we can definitely see there are a lot of breaks of structure. Let me just go all the way now to the M5. In fact, let's just draw our break of structure right here. We can see that there's visible breaks of structure. There we go. There we go, there we go, there we go. I'm gonna place another one right now. So breaks of structure, they basically validate the whole trend. If you're in a downtrend, you have BOS. That simply means break of structure, validating that we're breaking lower lows to create lower highs, therefore giving you the notion or the impression that the market is still gonna go down. I hope you understand what I'm talking about, family. We're breaking down easily beginner style, family. So now I'm gonna go back. So this is where you play around with time frames to kind of really create a hypothesis that will play out in the market. Okay, there we go. So we do have that order block here. This is the M15. If we're gonna refine it to the 5 minutes, this is what it will look like. But I'll just rather keep it to the M15. I'll just rather be safe on that case. Doesn't mean that it might not go all the way deep in to kind of go to this area. So I'll do it like this, where we have, and we just take it like that. So at that candle, we might see the market actually coming all the way into that order block zone, right? And of course, the deeper it goes into the zone, the more it will actually launch. So it's like an arrow. The more you pull it back, the further it will go. So that's the very same thing that's happening over here, is that if it comes in all the way to this candle, the further we can anticipate the market to go in. Now we do have other supplies right here. We have this supply over here that the market may take. Let me highlight it for you. And of course we also have other supplies. Let me just clone that. And so supplies are when the market is actually creating lower highs. So we can clearly see that supply. We can also clearly see there's another supply over here, and there is some volatility, early volatility, but I'm not trading this volatility. Okay, so we can see that supply. That's why the market mitigated there, and we can definitely see that's why the market is now currently selling. Okay, but of course I believe that the market may use all of this as liquidity. The trend is so basically there's a trick that I use to say when a trend is actually creating smaller impulses, therefore it means it's gonna actually break that trend. And of course, to us as smart money, that will be liquidity. So as you can see, these impulses are quite very small, and therefore when they get smaller, as you can see, also this was a big impulse right here, and we had a pullback, big impulse, and of course we can see it got smaller as it goes, smaller. So that means that we might actually be seeing liquidity take place right here to actually break this whole trend. So it makes sense, as I anticipated, to basically to come back to this other block, or to pull back rather. Let me use trading terminology for all beginners. So to pull back, and if it goes all the way, but even though if I were to use a sell a sell order or a sell limit order, I would actually put my sell limit right here, but it may go deeper and actually sell. So that's what I anticipate. It may take place during the day. It might take place during London session. It might take place during New York, most likely during New York, but I don't want to assume to create an expectation. It's always important that as a trader, you go in the markets with no expectation, in the terms of don't assume too much what the market is going to do within your analysis. Go with the flow of the market. Yes, we may analyze, but doesn't mean that it will actually most of the time go 100% as of that. Why? It actually creates a neutral mindset that you may be open to anything that the market is going to do, especially before any London trading session or New York or Asian. It's very much important, if you're doing a pre-analysis, you have an open mind with whatever that's going to take place within that session. I hope I'm very clear, family. Anyway, if you're watching till right now and you've gotten that value, possibly if you're watching still to this point, that means you actually got value from this video. And if you did, please do subscribe to this channel, family, and also comment down below on what you actually liked about this video and how we can also improve on our videos. But more educational videos are coming this week, banger videos that are gonna bless you so much. So make sure to subscribe and stay tuned. Switch on that notification bell, and of course we're dropping amazing content for you. This is your brother in the kingdom, Emmanuel Marka, and I'm signing out.